Hello, I am Adriana Travasos. I'm a junior here at West Warwick High School, and welcome to the third episode of Teachers Before Teaching, the podcast designed for teachers to share more about their personal experiences and what their childhoods were like. Today, I am joined by Miss Stiles. Hi,
Ooh.
how are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
It's going well. I want to go home.
We're on vacation.
It's vacation
right?
now. I want to go home. But
I get that.
I'm committed.
You are.
All right.
If not, we will be committed soon.
Soon.
Okay, sorry.
Extra dad joke.
I'm going to add one question before we get into our fancy stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, as some people may know listening, now you're a chemistry teacher.
I am a chemistry teacher.
Was there any reason why you went from subbing into chemistry?
Well, I just kind of happened to get a little lucky, I guess, with it. I had been subbing for 2 years before that. And had subbed for, I believe, 4 or 5 different people that were all longer term. And then we started the year, and it was an open position.
Yeah.
And they had me start it. And about a month in or so, I was really enjoying it, enjoying the kids. So we had gotten myself emergency certified, and here I am.
Now she's a chemistry teacher.
Now I'm a chemistry teacher.
Is that
Just
what you want
never
to
know.
get your permanent certification in that? Are you interested or?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. It's always been physical education for a lot of different reasons. But if it wasn't PE, if it wasn't phys ed, then it would be a science. So it's pretty close that way. Yeah, there's a lot of crossover.
I mean, it helps with scheduling. I know that because a lot of kids take chemistry for college, and there's
Definitely.
only one teacher for the longest time.
Yes.
So now
definitely.
Mr. McGarrett has some help.
We'll try to help him as much as we
try
can
to help
anyways.
him.
Yeah.
And I have Mr. McGarrett as a teacher, not
Yes.
Miss Stiles, which is very sad. But I'm still happy with him.
Well, it is a good thing because you learn differently from different people.
Yes.
So that's a benefit where if someone doesn't get something from him, hopefully they could,
could go to you.
ask. Of course. Yep. And vice versa. So.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to get into the gist of the podcast. So let's start with, where did you grow up?
Yeah, so I grew up in Brookline, New Hampshire. It's
Oh.
a small town that is right over the Massachusetts line. It's about 2 hours or so from West Warwick. So my parents still live there, but yeah, that's where I grew up.
Did you move anywhere
No,
other than here?
I did not move. The only time that I moved was when I was 18 to go to Johnson and Wales. So I went from small town in Brookline to Providence and have never left Rhode Island. So
Would you ever go back to New Hampshire full time?
possibly. Possibly.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, I have. My family is all, my own personal family is all here now, of course. And I do really enjoy being part of the community. And it's really not that far. My parents still
Yeah.
live there. So, but yeah, we're up there a lot anyways. So, yeah.
It makes for a good vacation, I feel like.
It
New
does.
Hampshire's a vacation spot for us.
It does. It's good that way. So there's definitely something to be said for being close to a lot of things here. My parents go to the grocery store, and if they forget anything, then they're, they really need to make it work. It's 20 plus minutes one way. So that's a little rough.
Lucky for us, it's like 5 minutes away.
Exactly. I can walk to Jerry's if I forgot something for dinner. So yeah, that's a bonus.
All right. Now, what were some of your best high school experiences?
Yeah, so I will say most of them were outside of the classroom.
I feel that one.
Yes, but definitely many of them involved sports in one way, shape, or form. I had played sports for a long time, and then as I had gotten like junior, senior year, I had managed a lot of sports teams. So I had always done like the scorebook for basketball games. That was actually something that my dad and I had done together. So a lot of the sports, pep rallies, a lot of teachers. When I look back at high school, I think of a lot of the teachers that I had on top of the sports. So those were definitely the big takeaways that I had.
What were the sports that you played?
Yeah, so I played softball and I played basketball, actually, believe it or not. I know, the height thing.
I know.
But yeah.
Mr. White's in shock.
I'm thinking point guard.
Yeah, I was definitely not the center.
Point guard.
So, yeah.
My mom was point guard too, I believe.
Yeah.
She's
could
shorter
shoot.
than me.
I could shoot. So, yeah. Yeah.
Which did you like better?
Well, so it's tough. Basketball is really like my favorite sport. I love basketball. I love how it's very fast paced. But one of the reasons why I loved softball and baseball so much is that there's a lot of like strategic thinking with it. And you can really like play the game outside of just like the actual pitch or playing in the fields. So I was not always the most talented, but I kind of made up for it being sneaky or, on the base paths or something like that. So it's hard to
It uses
say.
a lot of critical thinking. You have to be able to think fast.
Yes, you do.
You have to make that 1 minute decision. Am I running or am I staying?
Exactly.
I played and I made tons of errors. That's why I left.
Yes. Well, and there were definitely times where, like, if, a pitcher gets the ball and they turn the wrong way and you're on third base, you can steal home even. So that was kind of
You
like.
had to like be paying attention to everything.
Yes.
So you knew when to move.
Definitely.
And I was not good at that in my time. That was a long time
You're probably
ago.
better at it than you really think. But.
Probably, but I was outfield, so I was just kind of standing there enjoying life.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I played when I was younger, and kids didn't really hit that far.
Yeah, a lot of
When
times
I was
they don't.
younger.
Yeah.
Now,
Now they can hit the ball out there, but.
yeah. So what made you specifically want to become a teacher or a substitute? Either
Yeah.
or?
So I had worked a lot in nonprofits, and I had run a lot of summer camps before. And that was it's a good job, but it can also be kind of tough because you're busy and running around outside. But it was probably 4 years ago now, my brother-in-law had actually gotten me into being a college professor, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was an adjunct professor when I had first started subbing because I was just doing that online, so I had a lot of free time. And when I was coming here to school every day, I really enjoyed it. I enjoy being around people like yourself, like that are, that you guys are trying to figure out what your, next move after high school might be, what you're really interested in, and, just working with you guys trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like. And I always have a lot of respect for when you don't necessarily have things that come really easy, but you're willing to work at it. I really enjoy that part of teaching.
I mean, I think that was a very good explanation. Do you agree,
Yeah,
Mr. White?
absolutely.
Is that why you became a teacher?
Oh, God.
No?
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole today.
We'll be here for a while.
Yeah, we will. But I wanted to ask, what were you teaching in college?
Yeah, so I have my master's in business.
Oh.
So I was teaching introduction to business, personal finance, marketing, and general business management. So, yeah. So I
Business.
I do really like a lot of the business and management that way. One of the things that I really enjoyed about being and running summer camp is that, I was really fortunate to work with a lot of young adults who had maybe just graduated high school or were in college, and I got to work with some really, really great people. Actually, a lot of them work at the middle school right now, and I felt like this is being at the high school is kind of like a good mix of that. So, but
That just brought up a question in my mind.
oh, good.
So you said other people work at the middle school.
Yes.
Now, why wouldn't you work at the middle school rather than the high school?
Right.
I love this question.
So I think the thing that I personally, when I was in high school, I was not a very good student. I struggled a lot. And I really remember a lot of teachers that consistently helped work with me on things. And so I really think that this time in people's lives can be a special time. And I just kind of enjoy it a little bit that way. So, yeah, little more mature,
Yeah.
a little easier to
That's
work
especially
with. Yeah.
important.
Yeah, like, I feel like I can have some real conversations with some people. When you get to know them a little bit, you can kind of be like, hey, really, did you mean to do that? Or is this your best work or whatnot? And sometimes that's when you don't have that personal relationship or they're not mature enough, that can be a difficult conversation to have. So,
Yeah, I think that's a very important question because if anyone who's watching wants to be a teacher, they might not think about which grade they want to do because I didn't know for the longest time.
right.
And now I'm like, no high school. I don't want to do high school.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I am scared of that real level of talking to people.
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause so, like, you guys are good at it, but I just personally am not.
You might get
can't
better at it.
level at
You
that.
never know.
I think you have to really want to teach whatever age group you choose. You have to have good reasons for choosing it. Like I like high school because they're more like adults, and you're trying to fine tune things. The sad thing is that when you get people, students up who have deficiencies that should have been taken care of long before, you have to deal with that. But if you like middle school, then that's
Yeah.
what you should be doing. And elementary school is a whole different ball game.
That's what I want.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
It's not even like the same job.
That's what I
No,
want.
it isn't. You're instead of specializing in one thing, you have to.
I want it all.
Yeah, you have your hands in everything, which is kind of fun. And then I think at the middle school level, the patience that's needed is and it's also a little different at the high school level where we're dealing directly with students still.
I don't
and-
think I could directly deal with.
but
the
it's not so
issues.
much with your parents. At the middle school, there's still a lot of
Yeah,
like
there's a
you're
lot of
working with
parents
parents.
issues.
Yeah, so it's a little like at the high school level, we really should be able just to work with a high school student and be able to figure it out. But
Yeah, and at that at this level, they should be. You should be coaching them on handling a lot of things themselves.
exactly,
Yes.
being
You
your
know.
own self advocate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just personally, I like the younger kids.
Yep.
I've worked with the younger kids longer, and I like them more. No
Yep.
offense, high schoolers, but I like them more.
I get that. That was the way my staff was. A lot of them. Yep.
My thought is always, I remember my kindergarten teacher like it was yesterday. And I want to be that remember. But I probably remember her because she was best friends with my mom growing up. So
Okay.
it just kind of happened that I
But
knew
still.
her outside of school. But it just, to me, that left such an impact that I want to be that person.
Definitely.
Leaving that OG impact.
Yes, and I feel that same way about a lot of the teachers that I had in high school. So I do think that
I
plays
feel
a big
a lot
part
about
in it.
that. Like high school, a lot of my teachers have an impact, but those elementary school teachers didn't get enough credit, and I'm gonna be that credit.
Amen to that.
They taught me how to speak.
Definitely.
I learned my ABCs that way. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have made it. I would not have made it in English without my elementary school teachers.
Yep.
I thank
Yeah.
them if they're listening, but I don't think they are.
Well, you never
might-
know. We'll
they-
share it enough.
They could be.
They may be one of the 6 or 7 listeners that we're getting out there. No, actually, that's my.
Did he just make a
podcast.
6-7 joke on my podcast? I'm cutting this out.
Inadvertently.
I've done that, I think, twice this week. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it. All right, next question. What are one or more things someone may not know about your childhood?
Oh gosh,
It's hard, I know.
I know. I was kind of trying to think about that. So when I was growing up, and actually high school, it's kind of the best thing. So the high school that I had went to, because we were a part of a co-op school, so it was the town that I live in, Brookline, and then the other town, Hollis. So it was Hollis Brookline High School that I had graduated from. But many of the teachers that I had and that my brother had, my parents also had, but a lot of my aunts and uncles. So that's something that that's kind of cool. So
I can agree here. My dad had a lot of my teachers.
yeah,
And it was weird.
yeah, it is. But
It was weird specifically because my dad was a bad kid and I'm a good kid.
Yeah.
So I used to, every time I'd walk into that class, he'd be like, "You're Joey's daughter." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they'd be like, "You better not misbehave." I'm like, I have not said anything to you except that I'm my dad's daughter.
maybe that was a mistake. No.
Yeah, then I tell my dad and he's like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think
You
I
can,
had.
you can just say, never heard of him.
I don't
Never
think I
heard of
had
him."
too many of those, but I definitely get my love of sports from my father. And I always joke my dad is a very even keeled. He doesn't, he's never too high or too low, but there was a
wow.
time, I'm not going to lie, where he did get thrown out of a softball game. So that was
My dad never has, surprisingly.
yeah, it was a pretty funny moment. I won't lie.
I feel like out of my parents, my mom would get thrown out first because
get
she's
that.
the one who would say something.
yeah, I think my mom probably almost threw me out of a game
Yeah.
if I yelled at her when she was, trying to cheer me on. So, yeah.
I feel that one.
Yeah.
My mom used to purposely say my last name wrong to get me to laugh while batting.
I like that. There you go.
I can't say what she would call my last name because it's very foul and inappropriate. if you read my last name, you might be able to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Just Travassos. Figure it out. Do you know what it is?
I'll have to see it. I'll write it down while I'm sitting
Yeah,
here.
you'll figure it out. Mom watching, I'm sorry. Anyway.
It's the things that we remember, though.
Yeah, my mom still does it to me. All right. Who helped you become the person you are today? And this could be a teacher, a family member.
Okay. Ooh, there are probably
be
a lot.
multiple.
Yeah, there are a lot. So definitely my parents, without a doubt. My parents have always said to me that it's okay to not understand something, but it's not okay to not work at it. So like I said, I wasn't always a great student, but not working hard enough was never an option. And so both of them were really involved in the community. They also worked for themselves. So they definitely taught me the importance of hard work. And also not burning any bridges. Being from a small town, everyone knows everyone. So
I feel like that's the same way here.
It
we
is.
all know each other.
yeah, there's a lot of that.
We all know our teachers, too. A lot of us
yes.
are like, oh, don't take that class.
Yeah.
Because of so-and-so.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Small town, small school.
Yeah, it's true. And then even my brother, he's younger than I am, but when he was in high school, he had tried cross country running and swimming too. So that can be kind of a hard time to try something new.
Yeah, I feel like at this age, a lot of people want to try something new,
Yeah.
but I don't want to say it's a bad time, but it can be difficult.
Right. And sometimes you just don't really do it. So there are times where I kind of think about that. And he swims and he runs now all the time. He's done triathlons. So
Wow.
in high school, he found like a second love. So, it's good to still try something new. But, my fiance is certainly another one. She definitely reminds me that, it's everything is a process. So, yeah.
Is there a son of yours that maybe is important to you too?
Yeah, I am fortunate that I have I have 4 stepkids and 3 of them that have already graduated from West Warwick.
And one very special one.
Yeah, there is one that, he and I, we've got a little, if he ever listens to this, he'll be not so happy with me, but yeah.
He's not going to listen to this.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Maybe I'll just edit something or just make him listen, but yeah. Yeah, I was there the day that the kid was born, so yeah, he's a knucklehead, but
Oh, and I still have the video of you square dancing with me in 2nd grade.
I would love to see that. That can be good blackmail. So
I will post it.
Your stepson here is going to have, they're doing a podcast, so
Yes,
you can
they
listen
are.
to him.
Oh.
I can get that to you.
You
Yes.
can make fun of him.
Yeah.
I love it.
If he jokes
Yeah.
about
Yes.
you, you can do it back.
I actually did hear about that. I don't always get to hear about school things, but when he says things about them, like whatever he's doing, I know that he's interested. So I did hear that there was a podcast. So.
Yeah, I had them come up here and put the headphones on and talk into the microphone about something.
Love it.
And now they're going to do it for real when we come back from vacation.
That's cool.
they
Yeah, see,
are.
that's one of the things that I
I knew
really
about
enjoy
that.
about high school. You get to try different things,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And I mean, who thought they would be doing a podcast randomly in 11th grade? I mean, I
Yeah.
certainly didn't.
Right. But you
I
get
really
an
didn't.
opportunity and then it's something that you really enjoy doing and you
Yeah.
find a passion and
There you go.
yep.
Yeah, hopefully Caden will do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That would be good.
Oh God,
Sometimes it takes
he's gonna
a little
get
time,
me after
but-
listening to
Yeah.
this one. All right. I missed. Where are we? All right, I figured out where we are. What is your favorite childhood memory? You can do multiple.
So I think just being around a lot of my family when I was growing up, I was fortunate that both my Nana and Grampy lived in the town next to ours.
Lucky.
And then my grandfather had passed, but my grandmother on my dad's side was very close. So definitely all the holidays and everything, those were all really important. But my dad has a lot of brothers and sisters, so I had a lot of cousins. All the holidays were pretty crazy.
Me too.
There's always people running around, but it's fun. So Yeah.
I can say I was fortunate. I don't want to say fortunate. I got a little lucky. Once my parents divorced, the parties
Yep.
kind of died down because my dad has a huge family and my mom has a huge family.
Okay.
So that would have been chaotic.
Yes.
And now it's a lot better. I love all my family, but it calmed down.
Yeah, I
Because
get
there
that.
are like different levels
Right.
of craziness.
Yeah.
One's we're all telling stories about what happened. The other one is we're all partying. You got to pick one or the other. And I'm like, I'm not picking either.
It can
of
be
them.
hard when then you have to like divide your time, right?
That's an issue that I do have.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, it's gotten, I don't want to say easier because I feel bad, but it's gotten to the point where I know who I'd rather be with.
Got it. Yeah.
And I know what time I'd rather spend
Yeah.
based on growing up with both.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Because, I mean, we all can say we have a favorite parent out there.
Probably.
We usually all have one of them who stands out. Usually. I'm not saying anything. Mr. White probably does too. He's nodding. He's nodding in agreement. Do you love your mom?
Yeah, my mom is.
I was gonna say, you're gonna say your mom.
My mom is number one. My dad passed about 11 years ago.
Yeah.
They split up a long time ago, but my mom is definitely the number one.
My mom's number one. Is your mom number one or is your dad?
honestly, my mom, and it's very true. My
It's
mom,
hard to choose.
Well, no, my mom will say that I am a dad's girl, like I am, but they're both. I have to say I'm very fortunate. They both had their own businesses and they were able to be at a lot of different things. So they both bring out a lot in me, and I don't have a favorite. I truly don't.
It's hard. Some people truly don't have favorites.
No, I
but I
couldn't.
just think
And you have to lie about it anyway.
I love them.
you have
both
to lie
equally,
anyway,
and
but-
they drive me both a little crazy
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, my dad doesn't like to use the cell phone, right?
Ugh.
So, there are times where I might need something, or if
He
I can't,
does not
right?
answer.
Exactly. I said, but he's also very calm, cool, collected all the time. So, yeah, they both could drive me a little crazy
I
sometimes.
think for
but-
me, it's the time management. My dad works all day.
Yep.
My mom works half the day.
Okay.
So I've just spent more time with my mom. It's just kind of a given.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like that's not even just, I don't want to say it's my dad's fault because it's not.
No.
But his job does affect
Right.
how our life happens.
Well, that's definitely it.
because like if your parents were working all day, then your relationship might be
Yes.
different.
Yeah. Well, my parents both. So my mom sold real estate, and my dad is a landscaper, and so both of them found a good balance between work and both of my activities and my brother's activities. So the goal for all of us and them was that if my dad couldn't be at something, that my mom was at something, or if my mom couldn't be there, that my dad was there, so that there would always be one of the two of them there. So
Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a very busy person, which my family's very busy all the time, but they both have made it to everything. Somehow, some way, my dad has made it.
yeah, yep,
Those packages were not delivered that day. Yes, they were delivered. Don't call UPS out on that. They were delivered.
that's all right.
They were delivered by someone who was not my dad.
Right.
All right, we're going to get off the parent topic. We're going to talk about high school friends that are still in
Okay.
your life.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this. I don't have a lot that I really talk to all the time.
Even if it's just like once in a while.
Yeah, when I'm back in New Hampshire, there are a
You go
handful.
visit.
Yeah, that I try to see. Some of them, every once in a while when I'm up there, I get to see them or follow them. We kind of stay in touch, Facebook or Instagram or one of those.
But it's not like every day we're having a
No.
lifelong conversation.
Yeah, well, and I'm also kind of like at that age where in the last I'll say 6 to 8, 10 years or so, like a lot of my friends like kind of have their own families and everything too.
I feel like
so-
that makes everything so much harder.
Yeah, it does. So there's like, a lot of kids and different commitments and things like that. So it's tough to be like, oh, we're coming up, like on a weekend and, like if it's a last minute sort of thing. But I do feel fortunate that there are still a lot of people that I feel close enough to that, I would share, a lot of the good things or a lot of the tough things with. So, yeah.
Because I know like my cousin just had a baby.
Yep.
Well, she had a baby 3 years ago now. Mm-hmm. And our lives all changed because
Yes.
planning family events got harder.
Yes, definitely.
Because that little boy was
Yep.
a little menace, as I like to call him.
Yeah, that's a nice word to use, right?
Yeah, I love him with all my heart. He's my favorite out of everybody in my family. I hope they're not watching. But we've all know little boys. Mr. White, have you ever had a little boy in your life? Toddler.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Toddler
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah. I have a grandson who is
Yes.
6 now.
We can all
And
agree.
he's in the school district. He's in the
Oh.
school
Oh,
district.
West Warwick?
Yes.
Oh.
So
I could be teaching him one
he's,
day.
you know, he's doing really well. My stepdaughter is his mom.
Can we all agree
and
that he was
his-
a little crazy? At toddler age.
Oh God, yeah.
Especially
Any
Yeah.
toddler, doesn't matter if it's a boy, girl, they just start going, and
I feel
it's a
based
whole
on-
different planet.
Based on what I know, the boys might be just a tad bit insane.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to disagree.
Because I've seen, my mom has shown me pictures of me and my brother. And that little boy is not the boy I know now.
Yeah. Yep. I get that.
And then there's just pictures of me just being a happy child and just living a normal life. And then you see pictures of him running around the house naked.
And you're like, where did he come from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he's my brother anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Well,
He-
people change.
I love my baby cousin, but I don't think I could live with that child. I had
I
one
get that.
sleepover with him. One. He woke
was
me
just
up.
so excited.
He woke me up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, you don't do that, right?
I was very upset. And it was the day after I taught my cousin's class, and she does elementary school kids
Oh,
in Connecticut.
okay. Yeah.
So I was exhausted.
Yeah, I bet you were tired.
I was tired, and that little boy had me up. And I didn't go to bed till like 12 because he wanted to play.
I know. When they want to play, you just have to, do what they say, right?
Also, does your grandson like cars?
Loves cars and loves the Titanic.
Oh.
He's fascinated with.
Has he watched the movie?
I don't think
I
he's
hope
watched
not.
that movie, but anything
probably
and
save it.
everything.
Save it
For a little while.
Yeah, anything and everything about the actual sinking. I think he's going to be good with his hands.
Okay.
And I think he's going to be some kind of mechanic or something.
There you go. An
architect.
Or architect. I know he really, loves that and dinosaurs, of course.
Perfect.
And,
You could
Yeah.
retire. He could support you.
There we
right?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my baby cousin's obsessed with cars.
Yeah, it's funny how they
Everything
get into things like that.
Did Owen like cars? Oh wow.
What was he really
They're
into?
cheering for us.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Owen loved Buzz Lightyear and Toy Story and
My brother liked Toy Story.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was another big one.
I hope he's
Yeah.
not watching. He's gonna come and say, "Why did you ask my mom what I liked?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's fine.
I was just curious.
It's not really embarrassing. I mean, those
No,
are
I mean,
cool
it's-
things to
Yeah,
like.
anyone who knows
absolutely.
Owen,
Yeah.
he likes Ninja Turtles. Get him.
There you go. There you go. Oh, there have been so many different iterations and recastings of that show.
Oh, yeah.
In movies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it is kind of.
There's
Yep.
so
Been
many
around for a
different
while.
kinds that
Yeah.
you just. Who knows which one?
He'll come
We'll
out of his
never
shell sooner or later.
Bum.
No. Anyway, was there any teacher who had an impact on your life?
Yeah, so there were a lot. We had our softball coach was also one of our PE teachers, and she was really great. I always had a good connection with her. And one thing that she had always said is that if you're early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, don't even bother showing
Oh my
up.
God, it sounds like my manager.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I wouldn't say don't even bother showing up, but it was something good to learn at a young age that like you have to control the things that you can control, and to always enjoy things. But we also had an amazing track coach. I didn't run track, but he was another one of our PE teachers. And this man, he was insane. He could remember people's times from certain events, and he was in his 80s. So he was there for both of my parents, a lot of my aunts and uncles. But everybody just loved being around him. And also even my guidance counselor was a really great person too.
I agree.
Yeah. So I was fortunate that, she really helped me through like the college process. And
The hardest part.
yeah, even though I really didn't have a lot of great grades, like it was always still like, it's worth applying. And it just as that reminder, it wasn't just about the grades that you
Yeah,
get.
it's not just about grades, everybody.
Right. It's
We-
also about the
they-
person that you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that essay, write about you. When they
Yeah.
ask for an essay, write about you.
Yes.
Is what I know from my experience of, learning about college.
Yeah.
I had a question for Mr. White and I forgot.
I didn't do it.
Be like,
Oh,
"Who
I
was
was
your
going to
guidance
ask if it
counselor?"
was your birthday because they were singing to you.
No, my birthday is in November. So.
Was it your birthday?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Mine's
No.
in December. So
Oh, I guess
Hopeful-
it was mine then.
Hopefully, when the sound mixing happens, we won't even hear that.
I hope. Or they're just going to be confused on what we're talking
Yeah.
about. I'll cut it out if there's nothing there because it will
right?
sound
Yeah, that'd be
weird.
funny.
Yeah.
All right. We're on the last question. Oh my gosh.
It flies right by.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right. My favorite question. Mr. White's favorite question, too.
Is it?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying it for him.
I get that.
What would you tell your younger self?
One of the things is definitely just to keep working hard. That's a big thing. It's okay. Like I said earlier, it's okay to not understand things, but you just need to keep working at it. But one big thing is that I think, like when we talk to high school kids, one of the things that we say a lot is, what do you want to do? And what I have also learned is that sometimes it's just as important to figure out what you don't want to do, right?
Oh, that helps me so much.
Yeah. So that's definitely something that if I were to speak to a younger self, I would probably say, like, just because this might not be what you want to do long term doesn't mean that it has to be that way, but just to remember that for the future.
I think that was some good advice. I mean, that could help kids in our school, too, I feel like.
Yeah, like, if you don't like blood, right? Then
Don't be a doctor.
Right, you might not want to be a doctor, right?
If you don't like food, don't be a chef.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how
So-
you can like food, but
And sometimes, younger people and they'll say, oh, I want to do X, Y, Z. And I just look forward, and I don't like to say anything negative, but, there was a family acquaintance once who was trying to do something in the medical field. And I'm like, and I knew this person did not handle stress well.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a recipe for disaster. They had to learn themselves.
Right. Definitely. Yeah.
sometimes it's better off not saying
Right.
what you
Yes.
think to other people.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to crush their dreams.
And there are still things that you might enjoy
Yeah, you could
about
still
it,
do
right?
it.
Like you might enjoy being around kids, but that might not mean that you want to be a teacher,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah.
You kind of go, when I was looking on our Zello program, I did process of elimination
Right.
based on what I got.
Yep.
I said, I definitely don't want to be a historian. That seems like a lot. It gave me historian. I'm like, that
Oh,
seems like a lot of work.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
And then all that was left was a bunch of teaching jobs, like early elementary, high school, special ed, like every teaching job that was listed. And like,
I could see it.
I could do this, I think.
yeah.
And then I got in the classes and I'm like talking in front of the school at Choose Love assemblies now.
Right.
Like, I'm on a podcast about teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So,
There you go.
and there's a lot of great perks to it too. So,
Yeah. Do we have any more questions, Mr. White? Anything?
Very good. Yeah.
he's ready for break.
He's like, get me out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for joining me, Miss Stiles.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks to all the viewers listening to this episode of Teachers Before Teaching, and have a great day and never stop learning.